I've been having a lot of conversations lately with people just like you, people looking at Newington and asking the one big question that actually matters. Can we actually afford to build a life here? If you're watching this, my guess is you have spent hours on Zillow. You love the neighborhoods, but I know that budget anxiety, it's a real thing. You're wondering about the numbers that don't show up on the listing, things like taxes, utilities, day-to-day costs. Well, I want you to know that you're in the right place. Asking these questions, it isn't just smart, it's necessary to make sure that your house, your town, fit your life. Today, we're going to look at real receipts for 2025, including some major changes about how Connecticut taxes your car and why those higher property taxes, they actually buy you a lifestyle that you're not going to be able to find in some neighboring states. So grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's walk through some numbers together. So let's get into the biggest piece of the puzzle, and that's your home. When I look at the data for 2025, I still call Newington the sweet spot of Hartford County. While prices in some neighboring towns are spiking into the high 400s, Newington has remained remarkably stable. Right now, we're seeing an average home sale of $369,000. But I want to be honest with you, stable doesn't mean slow. These homes, they're in high demand. Most of them are going under contract in about 21 days, and many are still seeing multiple offers. So if you see something you love, we have to be ready to move. But here's where I work as your partner and your advocate. In Newington, your dollar usually buys you a classic 1950s, 1960s Cape or ranch style home. These are fantastic, sturdy homes, but they have some era-specific checklists that we need to look at. So when we're walking through a home together, my job is to help you look past the fresh paint and the nice staging. We're going to be looking at the unsexy stuff. The electrical panel, did it get updated to 200 amps? Is the plumbing still cast iron, or has it been switched to PVC? Does it still have the original 1960s insulation? This is why I usually tell my clients to keep a New England update fund of about $15,000 to $20,000 in their back pocket. I say that because you're not just buying a house, you're investing in a home that I want you to be ready to enjoy for the next 30 years. So what do you think? Does hidden maintenance worry you, or are you the kind of person who's looking to put your own stamp on a home? Let me know below. I'd love to hear your comments. I'm not going to sugarcoat this next part. Connecticut property taxes are higher than what you're going to find in other parts of the country. So if you're moving from the South or the Midwest, this is the part of the spreadsheet that usually makes people pause. So let's look at some numbers and see how this breaks down. For a $350,000 home, you're going to be looking at between $6,500 and $7,500 a year on your tax bill. But here's the local insight that you should know about Newington's mill rate. It's currently at 38.81. It's historically more stable than many of your neighbors. You're paying for a top-tier school system and town services that actually pick up your trash on time, and they keep the parks and other areas in town in pristine shape. It's basically a membership fee for a town that actually works. Now, let's talk about something that actually just changed for everyone in Connecticut, and it's the car tax. So yes, Connecticut does have a car tax, but in July of 2025, the state completely overhauled how they calculate it. It used to be a guessing game based on used car values, which meant your tax bill could actually go up in some years. But starting now, it's all based on MSRP. They take the original sticker price and they apply a set depreciation schedule starting at 85 or 90% in year one, and it drops every year thereafter. This is huge for your budget because it means your car tax is finally predictable. It's going to go down every single year as your car gets older, and it's a much more fair and budgetable expense and doesn't feel like a surprise each year. So let's talk about what those taxes actually do. I know higher taxes can be a detriment, but in Connecticut, you're getting what I think is a return on investment that you're not going to see in New York, Massachusetts, or Rhode Island. First, the no toll advantage. So we are one of the only states in the Northeast that doesn't have toll roads. So if you're a commuter, think about that. In other states, you might pay between $5 and $15 a day just to get to work. That's another $3,000 a year in additional taxes that if you move to Newington, you're just not going to have. Second, road quality. Connecticut consistently ranks in the top 10 nationally for road conditions. So think about our 4 seasons. The roads are going to freeze, they're going to thaw, they're going to have salt treatment. It takes a massive amount of maintenance to keep our roads smooth and passable here. Because of our tax infrastructure, we have a Fix It First program, which is going to keep the pavement in great shape. You're going to notice it the second that you drive into a bordering state. You're going to hear that rumble, and your car's suspension is going to start to feel it. But here in Connecticut, it's going to stay smooth, and those hidden taxes, they're not going to be part of what you're going to have to budget. Now let's talk about something that is likely to be a significant line item in your budget, and that's utilities. If you're coming from other parts of the country, you will see the rates in Connecticut, they're among the highest in the country. I recommend you budget between $200 to $300 a month for electricity alone. But before you cross Newington or other Connecticut towns off your list, let me tell you why it's not all bad news. First is reliability. Connecticut's grid is incredibly robust. Unlike some other New England states where a stiff breeze is going to knock the power out for days, and it's awful, Connecticut has invested billions in hardening our infrastructure. So when we have those classic nor'easters, our crews are some of the best. Shout out to them for getting things back online. The second thing is efficiency. This is where I really want to help you as a homeowner. Connecticut has programs like Energize CT that are light years ahead of other states. We're talking about instant rebates of up to $15,000 for high efficiency heat pumps and huge tax credits for putting in new windows and insulation. Most of Newington is on natural gas, which is the gold standard for convenience and efficiency. But if you fall in love with a house that still uses heating oil, we're not going to panic. You might need to write a check for about $600 a few times a winter, but we can use those state rebates that I talked about to upgrade that system and actually lower your long-term costs. When we look at houses together, I'm going to be in the attic, checking the insulation, checking your windows and doors, because I want to make sure you're buying a home that keeps the heat in so you aren't literally burning cash to stay warm. For families, let's talk a little bit about family budget. If you have little ones, then you're probably going to need to find childcare. Full-time infant care is going to come in at roughly $1,500 to $1,800 a month. It's a significant number, I know, but Newington gives you access to a public school system that is highly regarded and rated on many of the independent websites. Many families find that paying more for daycare early on is worth it because they get a private school-like education, and then they're going to be able to take advantage of that in the public school later as the kids get older. Also, let's talk about healthcare. Connecticut ranks 3rd in the nation. If you live in Newington, you are going to be minutes away from Hartford Hospital, Connecticut Children's Medical Center, and the UConn Health Center. For many of my clients, Having that proximity to those healthcare providers gives a massive peace of mind and a time saver because you're not driving hours away to get care. I have to talk about something that I think a lot of people overlook when they look at Newington on a map. They see the highways, and yes, being right off Route 9 and I-91 is a huge convenience, but the real secret sauce here is going to be the transit system. So if you work in Hartford, the Connecticut Fastrak is going to be, I think, your best friend. It's a bus-only highway that saves you from traffic and a $20 a day parking fee. And if you're a hybrid worker who needs to get into New York City once or twice a week, you can take the Hartford line from Newington down to New Haven, hop on Metro North to Grand Central in about 90 minutes. This allows you to keep that New York City salary while you're paying Newington mortgage prices. I think it's how you could truly hack the Northeast budget. So how about a typical Saturday? What does that look like for you and your family and your wallet? Most people start on the Berlin Turnpike. It has every single store 5 minutes away. Target to Stu Leonard's to Aldi's, and having everything right there is a blessing for your budget because you can shop around and get the best grocery prices. Dinner for two, how about at Joey's Pizza Pie or Goldberger's? There you're looking at about $50 to $70 for dinner for two. But here's the residency bonus. Mill Pond Park, it's one of my favorites. If you live here, a household pool pass for the entire summer is around $100, and they have all kinds of events during the summer. One of my favorites is the Waterfall Festival, and it's free for the whole family. If you're looking for a big day out with the kiddos, a popular spot is Mystic Aquarium. It's about a 45-minute drive, and it is world class. From the beluga whales, my favorite, to the Penguin Pavilion, it's the kind of place where a family membership, it actually pays for itself in 2 visits. And if you're looking for a big night out, we're only 45 minutes from Mohegan Sun and Foxwoods. These aren't just for gambling. They are world-class concert and event venues. Having that kind of entertainment less than an hour away, I think, is a huge perk. So in Newington, you're paying for unbeatable access. You're going to be 45 minutes from the shore, 45 minutes from the aquarium, exactly 2 hours either to New York City or to Boston, and the ability to wake up on a Saturday and say, do we want a beach day? Do we want a city day? How about hiking over in Simsbury at Talcott Mountain? Or maybe we do go to the casino and check out a show. So here's the bottom line. Having concerns about affordability, it isn't that you can't live here. It's a sign that you're being smart. Newington is an investment in stability, high quality infrastructure, and a connected lifestyle. Is it the right fit for you and your family and your specific budget? That's what I'm here to help you figure out. I help people like you every day. So if your move is 9 days to 9 months from now, I can help. Let's have a real, no pressure conversation. My contact information is in the description below, and I'm here to be your resource and make sure that you feel confident in your next move. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.